I think that the ESGs are really the biggest economic opportunity of our times. And companies need to start defining their sustainability actions. They start to set quantitative targets to their actions and put them in a time frame. Are they going to be short-term or long-term actions? And also to start present the data sources. It's important for the transparency and accountability, and as well to share this data. We are seeing this trend to come to the industry-based key KPIs, and the data sharing is extremely important in that sense. Companies also need to start to show these ESG impacts of their actions and also their business impacts. What are the business benefits behind the sustainability actions? And then lastly, but most importantly, start to communicate the performance with all the stakeholders, internal and external stakeholders, and really to show where they are on track towards their targets, where they are probably leaving behind or even ahead towards the targets.
Let me ask you then, what do you think persuades management in companies to begin to take this more seriously? Inevitably, there will be some who personally feel that this agenda is close to their own ideas anyway and will pursue it regardless. But for those that are reluctant to come aboard or perhaps don't see the profit in it, how do you convince them?
Well, the sustainability still often is considered as an add-on and not something that is fully embedded to the business strategy. So we are seeing companies who are just ticking the box and really thinking that reporting without actually showing the real ESG impacts and presenting their data in quantitative measures is enough. And definitely here we come to the point that data is important, and really in order to measure and track it, we need to have quantitative data of those sustainability actions. So we need to put all the environmental, social, and governance actions into the quantitative measures. And companies who might do greenwashing, this often comes from this very generic and vague communication and probably also careless use of terminology. The swamp of terminology in sustainability is very vast, and the misuse of the terms is oftentimes seen. But companies really need to start taking those actions to creating their action plan. And we are in this decade of action. We have a little bit less than 9 years to go to achieve that Agenda 2030, the 17 global goals. And we have no time to lose. So let's start measuring those actions right now.
Tuuli-Anna, you mentioned the universal language used by many people in this space as well, but what about universal standards? It seems, as you say, there is a lot of greenwash out there. A lot of people say they're doing ESG, but actually the measurable standards, do we need to firm up some form of global measurement so we can actually judge them compared to their peers more aggressively?
Definitely, and here I would like to take as an example the carbon footprint. This is one of the key parameters that the investors are interested in, and the calculating of the CO2 emissions is very challenging because of very complex supply chains. And here we definitely need the industry-based key KPIs to help financial institutions as well to better assess their portfolio companies. And because of the complexity of supply chains and also very volatile and changing global business environment, companies will start collaborating. And really in these secured platforms, we can call them as blockchain business models, to really start to share the sustainability data more and more. And that way we're going to create these standards for industry-based sustainability data and targets.